Hi everyone, I'm Heather and welcome to my kitchen. So, I gotta tell you a little secret. Since becoming a mom and a mom of twins, mashed potatoes have been my go-to recipe. They're simple, they're quick, and you can do so much with them. I mean, the possibilities are endless. There's so much you can do. So, thanks to Paula and Philadelphia cream cheese, I get to share with you one of my favorite side dishes, and that's garden herb mashed potatoes. So, are you excited? I'm so excited to share this with you guys. So come on into my kitchen, grab a chair, I don't care, just come on in, and I'll share with you what we'll need to get started, okay? For these wonderful garden herb mashed potatoes, what you'll need is about 3 pounds of red potatoes. Now I've scrubbed these, I've washed these, they're spick and span, because we're gonna keep the skins on there. They add a really great texture and flavor to the dish. I just really like keeping the skins on there. Now I also need about a large carrot, and I've grated mine in my food processor. This saves so much time for me, and I love it, and especially with twins, and 2-year-old twins at that, saving time is necessary. Okay, we've got 1 large celery stick that I've also diced up into small pieces. We want to keep those kind of small. And then I've got a small onion that I've also diced up in my food processor. I've got a 1/4 cup of parsley. We'll use some of this for the vegetable part of it and then also some for the topping to make it nice and pretty. And then you have about 1.5 tablespoons of sage. Again, some of it for the garden part of it and some of it for the nice topping. And then the star of our show, the Philadelphia cream cheese. I use 1/3 less fat. I just like it for my family. No one will know that it's 1/3 less fat. It works the same as the regular stuff. And then I've also got about 1 cup of half and half. And you might need a little bit less than that, but I usually use about 1 cup in mine. And then you also use mixed garlic and salt and pepper to taste. So that's all you need. So let's get started. Okay guys, we're ready to get our potatoes started. So I've got them in a large pot, and I've got the eye on medium-high heat. And I've covered them slightly with water. You just want them to slightly be peeking their heads out through the water. And then we're going to add a little bit of salt. Now I only add a little bit of salt because I don't really like salt, and I think a little can go a long way. So just a little bit of salt in there. And then we're going to cover them up with the lid, and they're going to cook for about 20-25 minutes. And the best way to tell if the potatoes are ready is to use a fork and just really press it in there. And if it's tender, you'll be able to tell. And then they're ready. Okay, it's been about 15 minutes, so I'm just going to check my potatoes and see how they're doing. Put my glove on because this is hot. Okay, they're looking really good. So they have about 5 more minutes to go. And so, since they have 5 minutes to go, I've already put 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter into this pan. And I'm just trying to get it to be melting. And it's almost there. So once that is melted, I'm going to start adding my vegetables to the pot. So I've got that carrot that I grated, and I've got that celery that I diced, and I'm just going to put it into the pan. I'm going to get my spoon. We're just going to add that, and we're also going to add that onion that we also diced up. So we're just going to add that. Give it a good stir. And then we're going to also add about 1/2 teaspoon of fresh minced garlic. I'm cheating. I'm using the jar can. I just cheat that way. So we add that to the pan. We're also going to add a few fresh ground twists of pepper. And then, like I said earlier, just a little bit of salt. I'm just going to use my fingers. I've got clean hands, trust me. So we're just going to add that. We're going to let that cook for about 4 minutes until they're nice and tender. Okay, I'm going to check my potatoes one more time. I'm using my fork, and they are perfect. They're nice and tender. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the pot over to the sink, and we're going to drain these. Now we want to drain these really well. We want to get all that water out of those potatoes. We don't want watery potatoes. Okay, now for the fun part. We're gonna start mashing our potatoes. So I've got my hand mixer here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna press these down slightly so when I turn on my mixer, they don't go everywhere. We won't want a messy kitchen. So just pressing those down, and I'm just gonna give them a quick little spin, whip. Okay, like I said, just a quick one because we're gonna start putting in our, now I have the cream cheese here, and I'm just gonna put those in to the potatoes as well as my half and half. I'm gonna go ahead and put a cup in there because I know that I like a cup in mine and they add extra creaminess. So in that goes, and then we're just gonna start mashing. Okay, those are looking great. Now they're about to the consistency that I like. They're a little bit lumpy, but still creamy. So now we're gonna add in our vegetables, and they look just about ready. Actually, they're perfect. So we're just gonna add those in. Turn it so you guys can see these vegetables. They smell wonderful. This dish reminds me of Thanksgiving. The smells of the sage and the carrots and the celery, yummy. So there we go. Now I'm just going to use my spoon to stir this all together until it's all combined, and it looks so good. It smells so good. Okay, I've stirred them all together and they look beautiful. Now it's time to put them in my dish. Now I'm gonna try to lift these. They're so heavy, they weigh a ton. I guess that'll be a true test if I went to the gym, if I've been going to the gym. So let's try. Serve them in here. The colors are amazing too. That's one of the things I love about this. You've got the orange of the carrots, the green of the celery, and the green of the herbs, and then you've got the skins on there. It's just yummy. Okay, I'm gonna put this down and finish up putting them in there. Okay, so pretty. I made a mess of my pan though. So now we're gonna add the topping. We've got a little bit of that parsley that we had left over, so we're just gonna sprinkle that on top. And then we also have a little bit of sage here that we're gonna put on top of as well. Now I add my butter after, I don't put it in when I'm mashing. So I'm just gonna add a couple little pieces in there so they can just melt into these hot potatoes. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm so excited to try this. I've had it so many times, but every time it's that much better. So just a little bit more butter. Put those in. Now I've got my little dish here already set aside to try these. I'm just going to scoop myself out some. I want to make sure I get some of that butter in there and some of those herbs. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay guys, here goes the test, my favorite part. So good. So, so good. You've got the little bit of a crunch from the vegetables, and the herbs make it so much better. The sage, great, perfect, wonderful. So I want to thank you guys for joining me in my kitchen today, and I'll see you back here next time. Enjoy these garden herb mashed potatoes, okay? Take care guys, bye.